This is a major market update for people who are interested in any of the markets, Australian market, US market, especially. This is a major announcement update. Markets are breaking down and I think there's a lot more to come. Let me show you what I see in these charts. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, so traders, let's get straight into it right now. This is, for me, it's I'm obviously coming from Australia. I'm coming to you from midday or a bit after. So it's sort of Saturday morning, on the Saturday morning here, obviously watching the Friday close, obviously of the 18th of the 12th, and looking at the market right now, I see some things happening. Okay, so let's actually talk about this here. Firstly, what I want to show you is this, okay? Now looking at the S&P, I want to show you something here. Let's go back to when this flash crash happened, all right? So when this flash crash happened, we can actually see that we had this trough, we had a high peak, we had a higher trough, we had a lower peak, we had a lower trough, we had a lower peak, and then we really started to, what did we get? As you can see, right, we really started to get some big bars breaking down past these levels through here, which has been sort of fiddling around. Plus we started getting some spikes in volume. That was the first key, right? The first key was that for that happening there. Okay, yes, we had support resistance lines over here, but that was the first key. Now I said, okay, it wasn't just that I was looking at. Let's go back to the Dow Jones when the flash crash happened. Okay, and the Dow Jones was definitely a leading sort of cause as well too. As you can see, there's a trough, there's a higher peak, then we came down, made a lower trough, made a lower peak, or there's probably a bit of a peak there, then made a lower peak, lower trough, lower peak, lower trough, and you can see there's really small lower peaks, and then guess what happened? We really started to get some big moves coming down out of these lower peaks, lower troughs, right? Some big directional bars. So by looking at the directional bars and we started getting some increase in volume, what came after? Wham, wham, big down days, big flash crash down days in the markets. So can you see that? Okay, so let's actually go to the Russell. Let me show you what happened in the Russell. What happened in the Russell back into the flash crash? This was the flash crash here, of course, through here. What happened with the Russell? We started to create what? Clear, actually very clear lower peaks and lower troughs. And once again, once we started doing that and we really started getting some big moves to the downside, some really big moves to the downside, this one heated up. Okay, so what happened with the Nasdaq? The Nasdaq here, what happened here as well too? Okay, we see that we actually had a trough that was a higher trough, then that was a lower peak, and then we had a lower trough here, then we had a lower peak. And what did we see? We started getting some really big aggressive moves, breaking past support levels and obviously increasing volume. Now the reason why I want to show you that, guys, the reason why I want to show you that is look what's happening right now in front of our face. Look what's happening. Look, this S&P chart, this is the resistance here. You can see there's a lot of support through there, but look what's happening on this S&P chart. We can see that we had this lower peak, we had a trough, we had this lower trough, now we formed this lower peak, and now look what's happening here. And I know it's quadritual work day and stuff like that, but look at this here. Look at that breakdown there, closing below all of that support level, very, very weak. And look at that, obviously spike in volume. Now obviously it's because of quadruple witching and all that sort of stuff, but as you can see that's exactly what's happening on the charts. The charts are telling us. Look what happened on the Dow Jones. What happened on the Dow Jones? We completely broke out of this support level here, which was holding it up. This support level here, which was squeezing up. You can see here, this is actually broken down now out of the channel. And if you have a look at what's actually happening here, we do have a bit of support down here, a little bit of support. But we can see here, right, we had a peak, we had a higher trough, we had a lower peak, or probably even close to a double top. We came down, we formed a slight little high trough. This is now a low peak. What is happening here? Bam, all the way to the downside. Looks very familiar, right, to this here, over here. Now, let's actually go back and have a look at the Russell. What is happening on the Russell? Well, the Russell was already making major lower troughs. There's a higher trough, there's a little higher peak, ran down, created a lower trough, now it's forming another lower peak. And obviously what's happening, this is getting ready to go down as well too. And also you can see on the Nasdaq, what is happening on the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq is still at its support level, okay? But what is happening in the Nasdaq overall? Trough, peak, higher trough, double top, lower trough, lower peak. Who's coming in control of this? Who's coming in control of this? Look at this, higher troughs, higher peaks all the way up, lower trough, lower peak, boom, higher trough, high peak, higher trough, lower peak, boom, boom, boom. Where's the next move likely to be? Boom, all the way down, right? We are getting ready, guys, for a big move. That's just what I'm thinking right now. This is what I'm seeing right now on the charts. We are getting ready for a big move. And this may even be the top in the markets. This may be, guys, once again, the top in the markets. And guys, this market is so weak right now. And if we have a look at the weekly chart, look at this weekly chart here. This weekly chart here, that was the support and resistance level. Look at the S&P, it closed right there, below this sort of support and resistance line through here. You can see how that was the close there, the resistance through there. This is the last couple support and resistance. Look where it closed. It ran all the way up, came down there, and boom, look where it closed there. On the Dow Jones, what happened to the Dow Jones? Look at that reversal close. Support there, lots of support and resistance through there. You can see how last week it closed there, had a big run up, came all the way down, and closed there. Boom, look at that. Look at the Russell. The Russell's not really showing much there. Let's move on. Look at the Nasdaq. What's happened to the Nasdaq? You can see with the Nasdaq, let's take everything off the screen here. You can see the Nasdaq's actually at that support level. I can see that probably being broken. And once again, you can see here, double top even on the weekly chart now. Double top closing there. So looking very weak. Once again, looking at the Russell, looking at the Dow Jones. What do we see? Just major lower troughs, lower peaks. Look on this weekly chart. Look at that there. Just crushing it, guys. And once again, look on the weekly chart there on the weekly chart, came down, came back up. It failed to break a new high. So we should have followed through somewhere around about here. We didn't. We came back down and followed through. This created a small lower peak. It's coming down. Guys, we are getting ready for a big move in the markets. We are getting ready for a big move in the markets. And I'm telling you right now, guys, this may be the start of the crash of 2016. And we may start to see, guys, a big move than we've seen in a very long time. And this is just a warning out there. If some of you guys have got stocks in superannuation, if some of you guys have got stocks where you're buying your own stocks and stuff and you're long in the market, if I am wrong, at least get on the sidelines. If I am wrong and this market goes back up there, well, at least you protected yourself. But as you can see on the chart right now, everything is weak. And for you guys in the Australian market, for us Aussies, and if you've got stocks, buying stocks, and you're long in stocks, then all I do say, guys, is especially if you've got a lot of money in those positions, then liquidate those positions first thing Monday morning. Okay, as soon as it opens up, liquidate it at the best price you can. Okay, and don't try and fudge it and sit there for a couple of hours try to get a few cents more or a few dollars more. If it's trading a big stock, just get out as quickly as possible, guys, because I promise you, by the end of next week, we're probably going to like to be down here. And I know that sounds pretty weird, but like down there, yes, we're likely to get a 10. We're probably likely to get a 10, 20, 30, 40% drop coming out of this, guys. This is very weak. This market is looking very weak. And this is a warning. This is a major market update. A warning to what is happening and what is going on in the charts right now. I may be wrong, but once again, guys, the charts never lie. The charts are the secret and the keys to the future. And look what's happening here. We are getting ready for more downside to come. Anyway, guys, major market update for you. I hope you're doing well. Please look after yourself. And if you are long, or if you know anyone else that has superannuation, get them out as quickly as possible, guys, because especially Australian market, that hasn't even recovered the Australian market. Like, look at this here. If I go to, say, let me go to Yahoo Finance here. And let me just bring this over here. Go to Yahoo Finance. Even the property market looks quite let's just go to, say, a basic chart here. Let's scroll up through here. Let's go to a candlestick chart. If we go to a candlestick chart and we look at, say, let's just go to, say, 5 years. We'll go over a 5-year period. You can see the Aussie market is actually looking really weak here, guys. And what do I say the Aussie market? Well, look at this here. All right, look at this. Higher trough. Well, let's just do this trend line here. Higher trough, higher peak. Little higher trough, lower trough there. Higher trough, higher trough, higher trough. Look at that here. Look at that there. Come down. Look at that. Came down. It's struggling through here, and now we're breaking down. Guys, the Australian market is getting ready to be pummeled. at least down to the 4,000 level, 4,500 level, that's where we're likely to go really, really quickly, guys. And when the market does start to unravel, and when the market does start to move down really, really quickly, guys, guess what? It happens a lot quicker than it goes up. You know what I mean? So it may take you 3-4 months to go up, and it takes you a whole week to erase that. Be careful, look what you're doing in the markets, and set yourself up. So if you've got some amazing advanced strategies and stuff like that, and then, so if you've got some really advanced strategies that you can put a little bit of risk on, and for the market to go down, guys, I'm telling you right now, things are looking very, very, very weak out there. And if you want a few tips of the stocks for me, guys, that are likely got a really, really good chance of going down, let's go through here. The first one I do say, guys, is what was that first one here? I do know Goldman Sachs, guys. Let's look at the weekly chart. Let's take everything off the screen here. Let's look at the weekly chart and look what's happening on this weekly chart. You guys, if you guys are looking for an opportunity, Goldman Sachs is forming a big, massive head and shoulder formation, and this here looks like it's gonna get pummeled, absolutely pummeled, all the way probably down to 120, maybe even lower than that, probably down to 90 pretty quickly, okay? And the other one here is Apple. For you guys that own Apple or buy Apple stocks, look what's happening here with Apple, okay? Look at this Apple. We've got this little let's take off this here. We've got like a little peak, a little head, and now this has formed the right shoulder. This has even formed like a little bear flag as well too. We're at this support level, and now look what's happening here. Boom, we're coming down through there, guys. Looking very, very weak. That's just 2 stocks on my list that I'm looking at. Take advantage of the downside. This looks really, really, really weak. Apple looks like it's gonna get hammered once again. And as you can see, Apple has just gone. And even if this whole thing retraces 50% of the move up, guys, 50% of the move up is around about this level here, $70. Now that may not look like much, but that's a 30% drop, and it could happen within a couple of week time frame. Okay, so anyway, guys, this is just a warning. Here's just a few stocks that I'm looking at, guys. Look at Apple there. Look at GS, especially Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, guys, it's just so weak, especially when we start to get a breaking. Let's just delete that there. I was looking for a higher trough. That was a short-term trade, obviously. We'll look at this here. Look at that point through there, guys. Once we start to break that level there, guys, then it's on like Donkey Kong, all right? Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed this market update. Please share this out with everyone that you know that is out there. Share this out to them. Show them this video and show them what I see, okay? I'm not just telling you what I think. I'm showing you what I'm seeing on the charts, and the charts are king. Price action is king. These charts are king. All right, guys. Warning. The market is about to show you some serious moves.